Peace, peace, greetings, greetings. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say thank you to Shea Bright Harley for creating this group, Outlandish Takes on Relationships, and thank him also for inviting me to be a part of the group. So earlier today, I responded to one of the posts that was made, and he kind of had some questions. It wanted me to clear up from a woman's perspective what it means for a man to be masculine. So, because he was basically saying that when he expresses his feelings, or in situations, a lot of times when men express their emotions, that is seen as feminine to women. I thought that was absolutely like crazy and weird, but I get it. It's that energy is definitely out there. So I wanted to just kind of outline what real and true masculinity is from a woman's perspective, and specifically as it relates to the man in her life, maybe even the father in her life, and what masculinity just looks like from an honorable perspective. So I'm going to say we got about seven points that I'm going to speak on very briefly. So the first one is that the thing that defines a masculine man from a man who is maybe more on the feminine side of things is a man who is an actual leader, a man who expresses leadership. And I don't mean bullying. I don't mean controlling. I mean a leader, a person who actually can lead and inspires you to follow. That's what a woman is looking for in a man. A woman is not interested in being in a relationship where she got to make all the decisions. She got to do all the work. She got to drag you along leading, and you're resisting every step of the way because you're a man, but you're not leading. Yeah. I've been there, done that. Not fun. So being a good leader, and you have to know how to be a good leader. Being a good leader also means that you know when to step back and let your partner lead. That's the great sign of a great leader. Leaders know how to delegate. They know how to step back and let people who have more experience in that particular area lead. That is a good leader. Now, that's a man that a real woman would honor and respect as a good leader. Second thing is, from a feminine perspective, masculinity is a man that actually is providing, who brings provisions. Whether that's my father, whether that's my husband, those roles of masculinity, I'm gonna say masculinity, require you be a provider. And I know it's all these big conversations going on about, money and this, that, and the other, and women making more and all this stuff and all that. But that is irrelevant to what I'm talking about. It really is. A man who is going to be seen in the eyes of a woman as a masculine man is a provider. He brings provisions. And that does not always necessarily mean that he has to make so much more money than a woman. But I promise you, that is the highest form of what a woman recognizes masculinity in that department. And so we know we got some other issues going on. We're not going to get into all of that right now. The next thing is that what is seen as masculine from a feminine perspective, whether, again, it's your father or whether it's the man in your life, is that he is a protector, that he is not a scary man. He gonna, the bill collector's calling, he gonna put you up to deal with it. You go answer the door, you go talk to him. No, that is not masculine at all. That scary cat, I'm afraid to stand up and be a man and handle business. Ain't nobody got time for that. Don't nobody want to do that. Be a protector. Protect your family. Stand up for your family. Speak up for your family. Speak up for yourself. Don't be one of these dudes who's always trying to push the woman to the front. No, you go, you do it. Not good, not right. The next thing on the list would probably be that he'd be emotionally mature. That's a critical piece. I realize that, we as a people really and truly are very damaged, and we're dealing with a lot of issues. Emotional maturity is definitely one of them. To me, that is emotional immaturity is definitely a more feminine trait. That is, and even that is still dysfunctional. It's unbalanced. It's not good. But that is something that is more acceptable coming from a feminine being or coming from a child. You expect children to be emotionally immature. You don't expect your man to be emotionally immature. No, you don't want that. That's not what you want. Who want to be walking around with Moody Rudy with a bad attitude all the time because you don't know how to just communicate what's going on inside of you? And it's okay. Sometimes we go into our inside mode. I'm good for that. When things bother me, I just kind of go inside. I get quiet. I don't get disrespectful. I don't get alienating anybody. I don't be rude to nobody. I just kind of go inside so that I can process my feelings, so that when it's time, I can actually communicate those feelings to you in a fashion that is not all emotionally out of control. So that is another very, very important piece to the puzzle. If you're a man who's holding in your emotions and over time, you're going to like regurgitate emotionally in a rage kind of fashion for all the stuff you've been pressing down inside of yourself. Very unhealthy, very, very unhealthy, and very dangerous because you're a man. Men are bigger than us. Y'all stronger than us. And if you allow yourself to get rage built up within you, I tell you, people are getting unalived as a result. So emotional maturity is very important. And it's not feminine for you to, it's not like some low vibrational femininity in a man for a man to express his emotions. That's crazy to even, I know it's a sick world. There's people out there who think like that and do those kinds of things, but that is not healthy. So we need emotional maturity in a man. That is masculinity. And when I see that, I know that this is a man who has wisdom, which is my next point. Women look up at men who exercise wisdom. Men who know how to navigate through challenges in such a form that it does not take us down. It does not take us into a low vibrational place. Okay, and let me give you a quick example. You're married, you got a wife, let's say you got 3 children. And all of a sudden, it's time to, the car has broken down. And now it's time to purchase a new vehicle. Well, you might decide to go out here and decide, oh yeah, I want to get this cool little sports car, this little red Corvette. Oh, I always wanted a Jaguar. Let's get that. No, Negro, no. You got 3 children. You have to exercise wisdom. You're going to go out here and spend all this money on a vehicle that does not accommodate your family. That is not smart. It's not wise. It does not represent any form of vision, because that's more of a representation of your own egoistic selfishness. That's just what I want. I'm not thinking about the family. I'm thinking about what I want. That's not wisdom. Wisdom says that we work together. We look at our whole scenario. We look at what our needs are. We look at what our resources are, and we decide together how we're going to move forward with what our needs are. So wisdom is very important. It's very important. And when a man has wisdom, a woman just knows it. She feels it. She experiences it. She senses it. It expresses itself in the relationship. And she looks up at that. I've always been the type of woman, I have to look up at my man. I have to. If I can't look up at you, we're not going to last. It's not going to be good. I'm a Virgo person. I'm very direct. I'm going to say some things that you're not going to like. It's going to be the truth, but you're going to still be pissed. We need to not do these things. We need to have wisdom. Okay, so the next thing is that I see a man a trait that is very strong in masculine men is that a man has a vision. Okay, it's okay if you have a job that's paying the bills, that's taking care of what's going on right now. But if you're trying to have a wife and a family and a future that includes more than just you, you have to be a man with a vision. Well, what is your vision? So you and your partner, y'all have to sit down together and you talk about the things that you really want to manifest, and she talks about the things that she wants to manifest, and y'all find a way to put that all together, create a vision that allows you to manifest it all, and then you ultimately become what's called a power couple. Yes. We need masculine men who have vision, not dudes just sitting around playing video games and chasing money and cheating and, all that stuff. I don't want to get into it too heavy. So the next thing is that you want to have a man that is a builder. And that's really where your vision takes flight. You have a vision. You can't just let it be a thought in your brain or a desire in your heart. You have to start building on it. And women love that. Women love men who are real builders. That is a masculine trait. I'm going to tell you, I like building stuff. I love building stuff to the degree I go to Home Depot, I buy me some wood, and I built me a deck in the backyard. See my beautiful art, y'all? This is my Venus butterfly. I love building things. So I'm so attracted to men who are builders, who like building things. And I don't just mean, building things in a physical sense like that. I'm talking about we're working on building a future together. We have great ideas. God has put vision in us, and we have put our energy into that vision where we're now building something awesome, whether it's a business, whether it's a plan for educating our young people so that when we become elder people, we actually have people who love us and want to take care of us. Don't nobody want to be with somebody who ain't building nothing? We don't. It's not masculine to be with a man who just want to lay on the couch, watch movies, and have sex all the time and not grow, not build anything. If you have a man who is a leader, a provider, a protector, who is wisdom, who is emotionally mature, who has a vision and knows how to help y'all build onto that vision, that is masculinity at its highest form. That's what it is. That's what it is. And a woman connected to a man like that is going to follow him to the ends of the earth. And there will be very little complaints. Everything will be blessed. I promise you. So before I leave, because I'm about to shut it down, there are 3 things that I consider to be the best friends of a healthy relationship. And that is communication, accountability, and the love that you have between you. If there is no communication, when these situations arise, when we need provisions and we need protection and we need wise decisions and we need emotional maturity, if we're not communicating through these things, we're going to have big problems. So we cannot be having these long standoffs of, I'm not talking to him, I'm not talking to her. No, you need to sit down and talk. Every time a situation arises, catch it while it's little before it becomes something big. Have this communication. Have accountability. If somebody's made a mistake, even if you didn't intend to make the mistake, babe, I'm sorry. I didn't know that would offend you. I do apologize. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt your feelings. I never meant to disrespect you, And so we have to be able to be these things. And if you really love that person, there's no reason for you to not be these things. Unless, of course, you are damaged and unwell and unbalanced, like most of the people in our community right now, like most of the people in this country right now. like most of the people in this society right now who are very unwell, unbalanced, and unhealthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and everything. So we have a big challenge before us, which is one of the reasons why for me right now, my goal is not focusing on a relationship. It's just not. My focus is on building up my own spiritual growth and development, building up my own inner divine purpose so that when and if the connection crosses paths where I meet someone who fulfills these things, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm whole. I'm healthy. I'm happy all by myself. And that means I can bring my whole happy, healthy self to another whole happy, healthy individual. And we can do this and have success. So it's as simple as that. There's no such thing as a man should not be able to express his woundedness to his woman, and if he does, that she's looking at him like he's not strong, he's not masculine, but he's weak and feminine. No, we all are damaged in some form of fashion. Your goal right now should be to heal yourself of all your damagedness. That should be your goal right now. Not to even be trying to have a relationship, but be preparing for the possibility of a divine relationship. Because the rest of this stuff is just some stress, some trauma, some drama, and I ain't got time for it. That's me. I ain't got time. So I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If you have any questions, any comments, please put them down there, and we're going to have a conversation about it. And as well, I would also invite you to check out my YouTube channel. I am the owner's daughter on YouTube. Go check my channel out where I do lots of different videos on things that help us to raise our vibration. We're here to help us raise our vibration at this time because the vibe is so low. It's so low. So all the answers are inside of you. All the love is inside of you. All the divine guidance is inside of you. If we stop looking outside of ourselves for validation, for love, and all these things, then we'll find it because it's inside of us. You have to give it to you before you can give it to anybody else effectively. So that's it. All righty. Talk to you later. Peace and love.